All right, first of all, I'm supposed to discuss my thoughts after going through the Google Fundamental training. I learned so much about Google Forms, Hangouts, and Classroom. Before going through the training, I already had a good fundamental understanding of how to work on the Drive side of Google with docs, presentation slides, spreadsheets, and Google Drawing. Google Drawing was actually really useful for me as somebody that is working with younger students, in that I could get on there and I could write words with like dash letters and then print those out for my kids to trace them. That was what I found the most useful with drawing. And then docs, spreadsheet, and slides, I have used those time and time again with homework and with my job, just saving information, and Drive, saving photos to Drive, and downloading photos on there. The best thing about Google and its advantages over Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint is that, for one, it's free, and secondly, everything that I create on there is saved to a cloud, so I do not have to carry around a flash drive or have to worry about my computer crashing because everything saves as it is made. Google Slide, this is in the second question. Describe your experience working with Google Slide spreadsheet or a presentation document. It is so user friendly. It is really easy, and I can divide everything into folders and rename stuff. And if I share it with people, they can highlight and make comments and make suggestions on my work. And I like that. That's really friendly. Google really does provide like a paper free, print free work page, and I like that a lot. It's been really useful throughout college, and it would be really useful working with colleagues, sending information back and forth to each other and getting feedback on there. Um, I guess that one of the disadvantages, though, when it comes to Google versus Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, is that Google is not as advanced as Microsoft. It's very basic in what it can do. Slides, for example, the graphics aren't that advanced, or docs, for example, there aren't that many fonts. But they have allowed you to be able to paste now. That used to be a problem. You weren't able to paste things, and it has developed a lot since the time that it first came out. And I guess I really can't complain too much because it is free. But back to Google Forms, Classrooms, and Hangout. Forms, I think, would be a great way for me to share information with parents or throw out some ideas to parents. I can put questions on there and get yes or no feedback, or I can put a question on there with a bunch of multiple choices to see maybe what their kids like best doing, or what some of their ideas would be for this or for that. Or I can even put questions on there with an option for an open-ended response, and anybody within that form group can see, and I could take a general survey of everything. um, these are great for older students, for high schoolers, and for college students. Working with 5 and 6 year olds, this will be more for me and their parents, which is okay too. I still think it can be utilized a lot within my classroom. Hangouts is super cool because it's like sending a mass email to people, but it's a lot less sloppy because it's kind of like a Facebook comment section, and people can just reply rather than getting rather than me getting a million notifications for individual emails, or somebody's email only getting sent to me rather than to everyone, or vice versa, everyone's email getting sent to everyone rather than just me. On there, it's just really easy to communicate. I can add and subtract people. I can make it public or I can make it private. And Then Classroom, lastly, I have never worked with Classroom. I did not even know that Google offered it, but I like it a lot. I can put different subjects on there, put worksheets to them on there. I can even have students submit their work to Google Classroom. Um, they can write replies on there. It is great for homework, I think, and also communicating with parents again. And there is an option for a calendar on there where I can post due dates or reminders for field trips and stuff like that. So I think that Google has a lot to offer, yes. And I think that getting this certificate would make me noticed. As a job applicant for a teacher position, I'm not sure if it would necessarily get me hired over somebody else, but I think that it is notable to be able to use modern technology and have all the skills to be able to communicate so easily with peers, teachers, um, students, and parents.